Hey everybody, I'm Bob.
I'm Dan.
Today we're going to be talking about Zack Snyder's Justice League, the Snyder Cut, the end-all be-all of DC movies. At least that's what it was supposed to be. Instead, we got 4 hours of some new stuff, mostly old stuff. It was mostly old stuff.
Yeah. All right.
But I have a feeling a lot of it was already stuff that was pre-shot that was fucked up by Whedon.
Yeah.
So the opening is definitely different. It's definitely expanded upon. We get a little bit more like of an intro to things.
There's a reminder
Yep.
first, and then we get an intro to. But, I think it leaned more towards an intro to, we got Cyborg and Aquaman, remember where those guys are. There's not really an intro to the Flash.
No.
But we haven't seen a lot of the Flash because, there's no Flash movie yet.
He's too fast.
Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we get an intro reminding us of where we're at.
Yeah.
Which is okay. I think it's a good way to start the movie. Then we get an awesome fucking scene of Wonder Woman, which was in the previous movie. It's just a little bit
expanded.
It's expanded now, and it's, for my money, it's probably one of the best shots in the movie.
Yeah, I would say that several minutes in the movie is probably one of the best amount of time spent watching that movie that you'll get for the 4 hours.
When she's clinging those fucking bullets off of her fucking gauntlets,
It's amazing.
That's great. It almost looks like, we were talking about it before, it almost looks like a Mortal Kombat scene with like a combo that's going so long, and it's beautiful to watch.
It's beautifully
it's absolutely
done.
Beautiful.
She 100% kills several dudes.
Yeah, totally kills people.
Yeah, yeah.
That's one thing about this movie that I absolutely love. There's real world. It's not Marvel.
No, there's real world consequences
Absolutely.
of going up against a superhero.
There are people fucking dying in this movie.
She totally smashes a dude's head in the wall. I mean, she throws him into the wall, and there's a dent in the wall.
And then Feather Hat guy, he's oblitterated.
Yeah, hats don't float like that.
It's a great fucking start to the movie.
Yeah, it really is. Again,
after that,
yeah,
go
I guess
ahead.
You're right. It slows down immediately after
that. It slows down a bit. I think right after the introductions, there's a couple good scenes in the beginning there. There's an hour in the movie where I felt it was really slow. It didn't really lose me, but to me, honestly, it felt like fan service, which I'm okay with. But the totally average viewer, I think that's gonna kill them.
Yeah,
it's gonna kill the movie for them.
I thought about it, from both sides, being a fan of the comics and wanting to see this movie, and I thought of it of someone who had just picked up with the movies and didn't know that much, and I thought, you're explaining too much. You're giving too much away. I know that you're trying to build. I know that you're trying to tell me about who these characters are and where they come from, but there's too much going on in these scenes.
And in that hour and a half, 2 hours, there's an important story to be told where, they're telling, the story of Cyborg, who is probably the most important character in the movie.
100%. This character flips it from the Whedon cut and takes Cyborg and Flash, who I thought were not memorable characters
drastically underused,
and makes them the two most important, and everything hinges upon them being able to do what they need to do throughout this movie.
Absolutely. I feel like maybe Snyder could have made that first hour and a half a little bit more exciting, just because it's so important to the story. It really is. I mean, if you've watched the movie, it's basically Cyborg and Flash, and they're the guys in this.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched it, why are you watching this video? Go back and watch it.
Yeah, don't watch this. Well, okay, maybe do watch this.
Watch it, definitely.
But watch the movie first.
Definitely.
We definitely still get the whole history of Darkseid and how he's been here before, and the mother boxes.
Great stuff.
You finally get, we saw the Green Lantern before, Yalin Gur. Yep. You saw him before, but now you see him more.
You get a great fucking shot of him of dying.
Shot. Well, yeah, and dying, and the ring going to go find Ryan
You
Reynolds.
Get a Green Lantern the first 30 minutes. It's awesome.
It's awesome. The Flash's backstory is expanded upon. We get the whole scene with Kiersey Clemens as Iris West. And that was a very funny scene. The Flash is very humorous throughout the movie. That much didn't change from the original. We just get more of the Flash, and I thought it was great. So now we need to talk about Steppenwolf.
Okay.
We have different opinions about Steppenwolf, about his suit and about his design. Right. I think the design was better in the original movie. The CGI is obviously better. I didn't like the suit as much. I didn't like the design of his face as much, but I still thought it was great.
You like Steppenwolf more as a humanoid character.
Yeah, because that's what he looks like in the comics. I understand
that, yeah. I understand that, and I don't mind. I don't prefer either or, but I don't mind the fact that Snyder went with an alien being for his Steppenwolf. What I do mind is the fact that his Steppenwolf, and both of them for that matter, are all the same color, from the suit to the face.
Yeah, very washed out.
Everything is the same fucking color, man.
Yeah, it's very washed out.
It's hard. It's hard to fucking watch.
Yeah, the character is great. The character also has a drastic turn from being someone who is clearly subservient to somebody else to now someone who used to be and has been basically disavowed and is trying to get back into a servant role with Darkseid.
I love that. I love that whole added storyline that I'm doing this to get back into my master's good graces.
Yeah. It brings a whole new depth to the character.
Absolutely. I think it's great.
It's a good expansion, and even the exposition where he talks to Desaad, through the stone slab where he's putting the mother boxes. It's great.
And Desaad is speaking down to him the whole time. Like, yes, how dare you even fucking call me?
Yep.
You know what I mean?
100%.
It's great.
Yep.
It's great. I mean, it's so good that you need to wonder, like, why wasn't that in the first Justice League?
Yeah, why wasn't that there to begin with?
Exactly, and maybe it wasn't. Why? If so, why did Joss cut it out? I mean, it's a really good storyline.
But it's a great storyline, and it makes the movie make a little bit more sense. So we're also going to talk about Ma Kent. There's a scene where Martha goes to visit Lois in her apartment and basically tries to help get her out into the world. But then we find out it's not Martha, it's Martian Manhunter, which makes zero sense.
There's a big problem with this scene that we've both talked about.
Yeah, there's going to be a conversation down the line between Martha and Lois, where Lois is going to say, "Thank you for coming to visit me.
You really helped me out."
Yeah. And Martha's not going to know what the fuck she's talking about.
Martha?
Yeah, Martha's not going to know what
Lois is talking about. So Martha's going to be like, yeah, like, great, Lois, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, couldn't Martian Manhunter have just gone to visit her as General Swanwick, who she already knows? Because that would have made more sense to me.
This to me feels like Zack Snyder just trying to fit in an Easter egg.
A little bit.
He wants to...
And there's payoff for it at the end, but it still leaves a big question.
The problem I have with this scene is you have that payoff at the end. You don't necessarily need this scene.
Nope, not at all. It should have just been Martha Kent. That would have made way more sense. It could have been
Martha Kent. It would have been a scene that doesn't need to be there, but it would have made a little bit more sense.
Yes. And then we get to the Flash running again. Obviously, we're not going to talk about this entire movie. It's 4 hours long. Yeah.
I'd love to make an hour video of this, but nobody's going to watch that.
We need to keep this short. The Flash's run is still ridiculous to me.
I agree.
He doesn't.
If you've ever seen an Olympic runner, you know how they run. They run. They're fast fucking runners. We see it in the CW show. He runs like a fucking runner.
Yeah, he runs like a runner, and the effects for that show despite not having several $100 million.
For some reason, in these
still
movies,
looks better.
Ezra Miller's fucking Flash runs like he's flailing his fucking arms.
Yeah.
His legs, I can understand his legs being super wide strides. I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
it's
the arms.
Super, like, fucking Swan Lake arms that I have a problem with.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me. But we do get to see more of the character. He is utilized in a way that is great. He charges the Mother Box to bring back Superman. He is basically pivotal in making the whole breaking apart the Unity scene, actually happen. And he reverses time. When things go south, he stops.
He's the second most important character in the fucking movie.
And easily one of the most powerful characters because he reverses time. So it's great. I just wish that they would fix the run. I just don't like...
It's a small complaint, but I mean, you're right. It looks fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It looks stupid. In a movie that visually looks amazing, the run looks a little ridiculous.
Yeah, it needs to be tapered back a little bit to where he actually looks like he's running and not like he's in an ice dancing competition.
An ice dancing competition. Yeah. No, that's exactly what it looks like. You're right.
And I need to know, where did he get his powers?
Yeah, there's a big gap there, you know.
A large inconsistency.
He talks like he knows about breaking light speed and traveling back in time. How? How does he know that?
I would love to know.
I mean,
I hope that it's touched upon when he gets a solo movie. I assume he's still getting a solo movie. I've never heard anything to the contrary.
No, I think he's still getting the solo movie, but I mean, are we...
Because he talks about his rules. Where did the rules come from? They have to have been established from something previous.
And if Flashpoint is that movie, how does it fit in the timeline?
I assume, writers who have far more talent than us can figure that out.
Absolutely. But Flashpoint's going to have to be on two levels. It's going to have to be an origin story and Flashpoint.
Yeah,
which is a huge undertaking.
Yeah.
It's a 4-hour movie on its own. We could be talking about, I don't know who's directing Flashpoint, but guy's Flashpoint.
But, I mean, at the end of the movie, he also talks about getting the job that he was looking for to help out his dad somewhere down the line.
Mm-hmm.
And he said it's the worst job you can have in a crime lab, but... If you're a fan of the comics,
in the door, yeah.
If you're a fan of the comics, you know that that's where Barry Allen gets his powers, is in the crime lab.
All right, so we have a problem.
There's an inconsistency
with... The crime lab is there, but Barry doesn't have a job. Where does Barry get his power?
Yeah, and that's what I need to know. That's what I need to find out. So there needs to be some explanation there.
It better not be something fucking stupid like he was struck by lightning.
Well, that's how he gets his
powers.
But
I mean, like, just walking down a fucking jolly old street.
He's just looking for a job.
I'm the Flash now.
Yeah. I don't know.
I want to see
it. And I need
to be something
I need to know. This is something that's been bugging me even from the first movie, is how did he get his powers?
Barry's there. We've all seen the ultra fucking cool shot of him in the convenience store. It's great. It's a great introduction. It's amazing. But at some point, you're going to have to tell us how Barry got his fucking powers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We need to know. It's
like, we saw Vic was built.
Yep.
We saw fucking Aquaman.
We know about Wonder Woman. We know about
We've seen
Superman.
Everybody but Flash. And it's a big problem for me. Like,
Batman doesn't need to be retold again.
I mean, everybody knows about fucking Batman. Yeah, there's no issue there. But I mean...
The grumpiest hero ever.
The grumpiest hero ever.
Yeah.
We need to see, and I hate to even say this about another origin story on fucking tape, but we actually need to see Flash origin story.
Because they've changed the origin for this universe.
We need to see how it happened.
So now we need this origin.
I thought those are a few sentences I thought would never come out of my fucking mouth. We need to see an origin story.
Yeah.
Give me the fucking origin story.
Yeah, but because they've gone ahead and changed his origins for this movie, apparently we need to know about it. So did it happen in high school? Is it in the chem lab in high school or college?
So
I don't know.
We need... You should be a writer on the movie. We need
somebody
to see
call
that.
me. All right, I got ideas.
We both do.
Yeah,
We're a team.
We're a team. Hire us. Committer Schumacher. At your service.
So,
all right, what's next?
The Flash fucking issue needs to be addressed. I mean, on top of that, I mean, I do want to talk about one thing that I absolutely fucking loved in the movie that we didn't get in the Justice League.
The Whedon cut? Yeah.
The Whedon cut. Black Suit Superman.
Oh, yeah, Black Suit Superman.
When he's Black Suit Superman.
After he's revived and he, you know, he has the fight with, you know, the other guys. Well, I don't want to say guys. I want to gender it here. After he has... Excuse me.
You all right? You dying?
Nope, I'm good, I think. We're good. All right. After he has the fight, you know, obviously he goes back to the farm and, you know, he has that moment with Lois and he has the moment with Martha and he says, you know, I need to go, basically. Like, they brought me back for a reason.
Yeah.
He goes back to his ship and I guess he's looking for a new wardrobe.
Mm-hmm.
His suit was obviously destroyed when he fought Doomsday, which is funny that it's actually still on the ship. There's another one.
Sure. Why is it there?
I don't know. He's just got a bunch of them, like on a coat rack.
But why is his orange and red suit, or not orange and red, blue and red suit there?
Maybe he's got multiple. Just in case he fucks one up, get some coffee on it.
Okay. All right. The other point I was thinking is those are Jor-El's suits.
Yeah, it could be like maybe they just, you know, I don't know. Mama Superman prepared him with some extra shit.
Mama Superman packed doubles.
I don't know. You know, maybe it's picture day.
But we do get a couple really good shots of different
suits that pop out.
They're very cool.
But you also hear different people talking to him.
Right.
Like
you got Pa Kent, which they point out in the movie.
Yeah,
and we got Jor-El.
Yeah, but it's awesome that you see these different suits coming out of different pods and everything.
It's fucking awesome.
It makes
the
you
way
wonder.
They turn around.
But it makes you wonder: were they for other people as well? Like, are they his? Are they
absolutely
someone else's? Were they meant for someone else?
I totally believe that they are not necessarily all for him.
Yeah, no, they can't be.
I mean, it's a giant ass ship. It's not.
That would be a lot of foresight to pack that many suits for one.
Those are multiple suits for multiple crew.
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. But either way, it boils down to we finally get the black suit. We get the regenerative suit. And he's awesome. It looks amazing. It looks fantastic. Why wasn't it used before? Was it shot before? Was it something that we knew was going to happen before? Cut. But we never got it in Whedon's cut. Now we finally get it, and I love it.
I have to think that those black suit shots were done. Whedon could have used them.
Yeah, and he didn't. He chose to go with the lighter suit. Look,
we know Whedon can make a great movie.
Yeah, Avengers was phenomenal.
We have proof of that.
Avengers was phenomenal.
What happened? And I mean, I don't know if there was politics that ruined the movie, or Whedon came in and just said, "Fuck Snyder, I don't want to fucking do anything he did."
I have to hope that that's not what he said. I have to hope that it was more like, you know, people at WB were like, "Look, brighten up the tone a little bit, make it your own, put your own stamp on it."
I hope so. I mean, there's a lot of drama now. I understand there's a lot of drama with Whedon. I don't want to get into that.
No, really. We're not going to get into it. We don't have time right now.
I mean, I have to think, like, Whedon films bright movies. We can see he brightened up the Snyder Cut quite a bit.
Yeah, he took the original version, he brightened it up.
Snyder Cut is a lot darker.
Yeah, much darker. It's not just darker as far as what you see, it's darker in tone as well.
Exactly. I really hope maybe one day we get to see if it was really Whedon's version, or he was being like puppet commanded to do this and this and this.
And that's kind of what
that's kind of how really I feel. Matter, but I mean, it's something I'm interested in.
We finally got the cut that we deserve.
We do.
Yeah,
absolutely. And like I said, I've said it before. This movie is a 4-hour love letter to the Justice League.
It's a 4-hour love letter to the fans.
Absolutely.
And not just the fans of the movies, but the fans of it pays off more for fans of comics, people who have been reading for forever, who know the characters. Case in point, we see Ryan Choi at Star Labs, who becomes Adam at some point in the comics. And that's another, just a little fantastic Easter egg. It's just drop in there,
a little fucking
and they talk about
bucket,
him. Yeah. They talk about him, you know, being in charge of nanotechnology. Mm-hmm. and that's how he becomes the Atom, and it's phenomenal. And it's great. There's a lot of little Easter eggs. We're not going to have time to get to all of them. We could spend.
I wish we could.
We could spend 4 hours talking about that.
Exactly. It's a 4-hour movie. I mean, if I honestly wish we could sit here and do
our own Snyder cut on Easter eggs.
Our whole review of the movie. There's so much we're gonna miss.
Oh yeah, it's but that's the way it is. It's a 4-hour movie.
Let's do this. Let's do our rankings at the end of the video real quick. But let's give real quick our favorite scenes of the movie.
Oh God, my favorite scene is probably when Barry stops time and reverses it, so that Darkseid doesn't win.
That's my second favorite scene. I already think I said my favorite scene.
Just visually, it blows me away.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Where he literally reverses everything that happened from the minute that the Unity happened.
It's an absolutely beautiful fucking shot.
Oh, it's
and
great.
There's so much more I want to say about this moment, because there are some things I don't like about it, but we don't have time and I'm not going to go into it. But it's really a beautiful shot when he does that. For me, my favorite spot in the movie is actually Wonder Woman. I'm not a super Wonder Woman fan, but in the beginning, the scene where she's like reflecting bullets off her gauntlets, for me, that set the tone of a movie that, like, in my head, I expected to be fucking like pow, and it was. And it's almost stupid to say that because it's a shot that was in Whedon's movie, but this just expanded on it.
Yeah, this is Zach's version of that scene.
I thought it was a beautiful scene. It was bright and it's fucking cool and
it's fast paced.
I loved it,
and it shows off the real world implications of fighting a superhero.
I loved it.
Going toe to toe with Wonder Woman, it really shows that off. This is basically what's going to happen when Diana comes knocking and you're trying to do some dumb shit. You're all going to die.
It was great.
Yeah, I loved it.
All right, let's talk about the last couple minutes of the movie. There, we have the. Let's start with the Lex scene, which we got at the end of the Whedon cut. Lex on the boat. We see Deathstroke.
Yep.
Deathstroke's fucking awesome, but then it goes directly into Bruce's nightmare dream.
Oh yeah.
And then we get the Joker. And there's so many things we can pick apart in this, Bob. And there's so many things we can talk about. Let's just talk about for like a couple minutes. I don't even really. There's so much to talk about here. It's such a big scene. It's almost like it's a scene that it definitely doesn't fit in the movie. For me, this part feels like
another movie.
This is Zack
just been
Snyder
part of another movie.
Just pushing in some shit that he just wants to push in because it's going to be cool.
Yeah, I get that, and I don't think Jared Leto is a bad actor.
No, he's a great actor.
I just don't like his Joker.
He is not a good Joker.
No, he's had 2 shots at it now, and we all know Suicide Squad, his Joker was
Jared Leto.
Garbage.
If you, for some reason, ever see this video, which I don't think you will, honestly, I do think you're a phenomenal fucking actor.
And I love 30 Seconds to Mars.
I just don't think the Joker's a good fucking part for you.
Yeah,
Morbius. Let's see that.
Yeah, let's see.
That's a different video.
Yeah, let's see Morbius. His laugh is not terrifying. It's actually comedic.
It's maniacal, but
comedic.
Comical.
You don't look like the Joker. I don't blame you for that.
No, that's production.
That's costume design. That's,
I mean, I
don't.
I mean, no. Okay, so in this, his design is a lot better than Suicide Squad.
Yeah, Gangster Joker is not good.
But the long haired look, doesn't work for me.
I think that might have also been because he had to go back for reshoots on Morbius, and he has the long hair.
And I get that, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
I'm
but
fine
wear a
with
wig.
that. But I mean, there's so much shit that can be done with hair. I understand you got long hair and it's cool long hair, man. I mean, it's fucking cool. But it doesn't work. And this point, it kind of feels like everybody's else's Jokers put together.
Yeah.
It feels like long hair. I'm Heath Ledger. You know, the voice sounds like
cartoony,
like fucking cartoony, like it's trying to be fucking Mark Hamill.
Yeah, trying, but ended up sounding like Jim
and
Carrey.
I don't want to spend a few minutes shitting on Jared Leto's Joker. No. I mean, there's somewhere that character could be cool. It really could.
But it to me, it feels like the worst part of the movie.
I just don't. Yeah, me too.
And not just the character, but the whole forced nightmare scene. You know, that's just another one of Bruce's nightmares where he wakes up. But how is he seeing this? How is he, living this?
Well, let me fan cast for a minute. I think because Willem Dafoe's in this movie as
he would have been a great Joker.
He's the fucking Joker. How can you not see that?
Yeah, we've all seen the fan art.
He's fucking Joker.
Yeah, and he looks amazing as the Joker.
The fucking Joker!
Yeah, no, 100%. But, I don't want to spend any more time shitting on Jared Leto.
I don't either, because he's a fucking awesome actor.
Yeah, and I
really do enjoy everything he's in.
Yeah, so have I, everything that I've seen him in.
I just don't think he's right for the Joker.
And I just don't think that part should have been in the movie.
At all. And another thing about that scene is, which isn't bad or good, but we see Deathstroke immediately on Bruce's side, and I want to know how that happens. Like,
yeah, I'd love to know what made them want to team up, because right before that, he was on Lex Luthor's ship, his boat, his yacht, whatever the fuck it is.
Yacht. That's a yacht.
Yeah, yacht. And Lex Luthor tells him who the Batman is, what his real name is.
Yeah.
And then, poof, you're in the nightmare scene and they're working together. So what happened from that point on?
We get a lot of information in that nightmare dream as well. I mean, something happened to Aquaman. Lois is dead. Yeah. Harley Quinn's dead.
Yep.
That's the best part of the Batman Joker interaction, when he's telling him, as I held Harley Quinn in my fucking arms.
Yeah, and he says,
I told her I would make you pay, or something along those lines. That for me is the best part between those two.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really good, it's really deep. It's
and the Flash's
probably
suit
my
is
favorite part.
The Flash's suit in that scene looks amazing.
And then we get an awesome Flash suit.
Which we haven't gotten so far
Yeah,
at all, because the suit's not great. I mean, it's good, but it's not great.
Yeah, it's... Alright, so the Flash's suit is probably the one suit where, like, the CW version is better.
Yeah, because it just...
It's more...
It doesn't... It seems very...
It's comic book accurate.
Yeah, and the Flash's suit in this movie, Ezra's suit, seems very Injustice inspired.
Right.
Which, don't get me wrong, I love the series and I love the games, but the suit just doesn't fit here.
So... Let's wrap it up. Let's talk about real quick. There is the big cameo at the end. We have Martian Manhunter comes to Bruce.
Yep, comes to his house, his lakeside house, and tells him that he has a stake in this world.
Big fucking issue with this scene.
Dude, where have you been?
Exactly.
For a long time.
So the problem is, we know that Martian Manhunter has been there
since Man of Steel, since the beginning.
Since Man of Steel. And he hasn't done anything to fucking help.
Yeah, all of a sudden he just wants to help.
And now he's at Bruce's house and he's saying, if there's anything you need from me...
Yeah, I know where to find you.
I'm going to help you.
Yeah, well, I know where to find you and I'm going to help you.
We already fought off the fucking invasion. Oh, yeah, we needed fucking help.
We needed help with Doomsday. We could have used a little help with Doomsday.
That, to me, felt a little bit rushed. Exactly. I mean, Martian Manhunter would have been a huge help against Doomsday.
Superman may not have died. I mean, he might still have died.
He probably would have for story's sake. But, I mean, the fight would have been a little bit more even.
Yeah, but...
A lot more.
It just... I don't know. It felt like it should have possibly been another character who may not have been able to help
supposedly
much.
It was supposed to be Green Lantern.
Yeah, John Stewart is what I heard.
John Stewart.
I'm not sure. I can't confirm that, but
that's
the rumor that I've heard. Yeah, and I hate talking. I hate talking about speculation and rumors and stuff like that. I like to
love
see
rumors.
Yeah, I like to see where it goes instead. I actually like to see the confirmed stuff.
I will say though, Martian Manhunter,
look
design,
look great. Yeah, look great.
A1,
absolutely,
man. And you cannot do Martian Manhunter any better than that.
Yeah, and Harry Lennox, the actor who played Swanwick, voicing that character and then basing the design off of Harry Lennox's face and his facial expressions.
The voice.
Yeah, it was good. It was perfect.
Everything was perfect. It was absolutely beautiful. All right, so let's do it real quick. Let's do a quick rating system. 1 to 10, what do you give it?
First of all, let's do 1 to 10 Whedon cut. I got a 3.
God.
3 out of 10.
I give the Whedon cut, I mean, it doesn't really matter because you don't know what I'm comparing it to, but it's a 4 in my mind. It's a 3 or a 4.
All right, and as far as the Snyder Cut, what are you giving it?
I will give the Snyder Cut a solid 8.
I'm going to go with 7.
Okay.
I'm going to go with 7 just because I felt like it was...
Expand a little bit.
7 because I felt like it was too long. I felt like there were things that we talked about that were rushed with the Martian Manhunter thing and some plot holes that don't make any sense, like the Martha Kent visiting Lois Lane scene.
You know, I think we agree. We agree. I just kind of feel like there's an hour in the movie that kind of could have been cut out and it would have been the same movie.
30 to 45 minutes, maybe an hour here and there. You know,
maybe, great movie. I will definitely watch it again.
Yeah. This time maybe I'll watch the entire thing all the way through instead of half at night, half in the morning like I had to do.
What I'm kind of interested in is maybe I'll go back and watch the Whedon version first.
I would love to sit down with you and watch both back to back.
Maybe we'll do that.
That way we could do some comparative
Maybe we'll do that
notes.
and do a quick video. We're not going to do a full review about it.
But we could talk about the
overall,
differences.
I do want to say Snyderverse, Snyder Cut, it was enjoyable. I liked it.
Far more enjoyable than the original, which I walked away wondering why I'd spent that much money to go to the movies.
It was definitely a version of the Justice League that did it some justice. League. Snyder.
So that's it for us for our Justice League Snyder Cut review. We hope that you enjoyed us. If there's anything that we missed, please feel free to let us know. If there's anything else that you want to hear us talk about, you always know that you could just reach out to us on social media.
Please,
Facebook,
guys.
Instagram, YouTube. You know what you got to do. You got to comment, hit like, hit subscribe.
Hit them all.
See you next time.
Fuck out of here.